Hello, my name is Jonas Rex. I am the captain of the 1912 Titanic swim team, and today we're coming to you live with some Palafin EX. Why am I saying live? I'm recording this. I'm silly. All right, so we're gonna get into this deck. We have the Palafin EX, and you gotta switch that thing around to get it working. So we gotta get this into the active, but the way that we're gonna switch it around is we're gonna use the Pecharunt EX. The way that we used to use this in the past is that we would use the Morpeko that had the free retreat to go ahead and bump that into the active, and then free retreat our way back into the Palafin EX. That did make it more difficult to go ahead and use our Weavile, because Weavile is set up from our Sneasel, and that would cost us some of our bench space. The Weavile is awesome because every single turn that I bump it into the active, I can boss up a basic Pokemon, making it really easy to take a lot of KOs with my Palafin. The thing is, this has one retreat cost, meaning that I need to get a rescue board onto it, and up until now, the Sneasels did as well. But we have a new Sneasel that has free retreat, so that completely reduces the need for more Morpeko in the deck, making it a little more streamlined to be able to get into our Weavile when we need to get into our Weavile. Other additions that we have in our deck is the Brute Bonnet, because we're going to go ahead and add some poison damage, meaning that that extra tick of poison at the end of the turn is going to make sure we can KO things like Golden Go. Now, if we need to KO things that are bigger, like a Charizard or a Dragapult, for instance, because you know that's the meta, we don't have an A-Spec to do that like Maximum Belt, because we're dedicating our A-Spec to Precious Trolley so we can get set up early and start hitting quickly. The way that we're going to get around that is use Gravity Mountain to reduce them by 30 HP by putting our biggest opponents like Charizard down to 300 and our other opponents like Dragapult down to 290. Now, if we're hitting them and poisoning them, that means we're essentially hitting for 260 on the turn, and accompanying that with a Binding Mochi means we're hitting for 290 exactly, or 300 if we add it all together. So what we're going to be doing is using the Binding Mochi along with Brute Bonnet and our Palafin EX to go ahead and try and take big one-hit KOs on anything our opponent can give to us. And if they try and hide things around, we go ahead and use this Weavile to pick up things like Latias or Fezandipiti or Mew off of their bench to go ahead and take some easy prizes. Does this work? We'll have to see. All right, I picked heads, I believed it, and I got heads. Let's go. We're definitely going first with this deck. I want to have two chances to find Trolley, essentially. If I find Trolley on second turn, that's fine as well. We're going to open with Sneasel, Brute Bonnet. We put the Sneasel in the active because that is free retreat. I'm hoping that our opponent doesn't KO us on the fading turn. Maybe this is a going second deck, actually, because then we would attack with Budew and use the Trolley. All right, so in the future, we go second. Just so you guys know, this is a going second deck. You start your build up by hiding behind the Budew, but we're fine here. We have two Pokégears, meaning we have a really high chance of finding the Arven to get set up on the following turn. Okay, so they're gonna need a turn to get set up as well, so this is completely fine. Oh, facts, we already found the Arven off rip. So here, we kinda can just end turn. We don't need to put energy onto this. We don't need to do anything down here. Next turn, we're gonna Arven for Trolley and set up the rest of the board. Like, we're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. We're gonna just go ahead and end turn. It seems odd, but we're just going to end it. As long as they don't Iono us, I like where we're at. If they Iono us, hopefully we draw into the other things that we're looking for. And I don't want to show them this Gravity Mountain yet, is the thing. I want to hold this until they feel confident, until they feel safe. We Gravity Mountain, and that could possibly just KO things if we hit for 300 damage, right? And their Charizard is at 330. Terra Orb. Okay, so this seems good because they're probably going to rely on the rare candy here to get going. And if we Arven into the Budew, into all the rest of the stuff that we're setting up, we go ahead and get started there, and we should be cooking. So our bench after this should be Brute Bonnet, Palafin, Sneasel, Pecharunt, Budew, and another Palafin. That would be our 6. So what I'm missing right here, I need to go ahead and go get our Pecharunt, our Budew, 2 Palafins, and we're in a good spot. Why would they put the Maximum Belt on the Pidgey? Do they think that that's going to cause the Pidgey to do 50 damage to the Sneasel in the active? I wonder. All right, so things went according to plan in my book. So now we just got to execute the rest of the plan so far. All right, Night Stretcher's not helping us out in this exact moment, but what we're gonna go do is we're gonna grab this Trolley, and we are going to grab the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule. And let's just hope everything's in there. I see the Budew, I see 2 Finizens, I see the Pecharunt EX. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted, right? I hope that was everything I wanted, because if I forgot, this is going to be embarrassing. I'm going to go ahead and go into Here, we're gonna get into our bag. We're gonna get Budew, double U's, and one of you. All right, here at this point, I can poison both actives, retreat so that we're not poisoned, and then go into sacrificing the Budew. Budew can go ahead and do his job. What I'm gonna do here is attach to one of our Finizens though, so we can get that started. And we can hold off on the Gravity Mountain again. I want that to be a surprise. I don't want them to know it's coming. We're gonna item lock them here so they can't get no rare candy nonsense off on us going turn 2. And I think Budew is a fantastic card to throw into the meta. You know, if you're gonna get overwhelmed by a Charizard or a Dragapult, it does help slow them down while you set up on your end. What I have seen in the Champions Leagues is a lot of little Budew wars going back and forth. So, you know, that is interesting to have going on in the meta at the moment. Are they gonna tackle our Budew here? And I hope they realize it's not doing 50 more damage because this is not an EX Pokemon. So that will just give us another turn with Budew, which I'm okay with. I am definitely okay with that at this moment. Tackle for 20. Budew is actually going to win this trade. Budew's crazy. So I think we just take advantage of the fact that Budew's just like that and let it happen. It's Pokégear. See what we got cooking. Do I want to Iono here? I feel like I don't. I feel like I definitely don't want to Iono here because I don't want to give them cards that they want to use. But if I don't Iono, what am I doing? I'm going to grab an Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball gets rid of a Pokégear and a Gravity Mountain because we're not going to need all of those. I think we're Arvening here for sure. Arven. It's an Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball's gonna get rid of other stuff. And I can go ahead and grab the rescue board that I want to stick on my Sneasel. Things are coming together. Things are really coming together here. I'm gonna Ultra Ball away you. Oh, but if I Ultra Ball away the Gravity Mountain, that's gonna let them know I have it. It kind of ruins the surprise here. I think I'm gonna get a little risky here. Again, just wanting to maintain the surprise. Don't want them to see it coming. And go ahead and grab the Finizen. The Finizen, get them ready. Get them nice and ready for the game. Welcome to the team. All right, so I want to bounce you up. I want to poison both actives. Oh, they're both already poisoned. That's why that doesn't. I'm silly. It was already poisoned. I really could have just went into Palafin. I could have retreated. No, then we would have got stuck on this though. That's not where we want to be. We want to take the KO here. We want to item lock them. So no, we're fine. We're fine. Let's just go ahead and have this happen. And when you guys kill my Budew, I will go ahead and do Palafin stuff. That's what we'll do. And when you guys kill my Budew, we will do Palafin stuff. That is my deal here. Oh, Carmine's excellent. We might actually just have to drop the Gravity Mountain to draw some more cards here. And see, this Charmander can get rid of a stadium and play. It's good that we didn't get this down early or even discard one because we want to get some value out of this. I want to get some value and take out a Charizard in one shot that they don't see coming. That'd be amazing. All right, they got a pass turn to us. I think we just go ahead and keep them Budew locked for the time being. There's no reason not to. But again, we can go ahead and manipulate some of this poison damage here so that we're not going to get ourselves poisoned. We'll go ahead and Toxic Powder. Both sides are poisoned. Let's go ahead and retreat back into the Budew. Not really seeing any Palafin EX gameplay just yet, but we're going to just go ahead and try and keep the pressure on our opponent with the slow burn of Budew and Sneasel. I wonder if that can be its own deck. Maybe we do like a Budew, Brute Bonnet, Sneasel, plus Monkey Dory, Frostlat. Oh my God, there's so much cooking in there. It just feels like I'm putting too much in the oven, but it could be a thing. Could definitely be a thing. Maybe with Terapagos so we can widen up the bench. Okay, our opponent's passing here. I wonder, are they going to kill, or I wonder if they turned off their game too. That's like the worst way for someone to go ahead and quit, but it's something people do. Just keep them locked. He's 10 damage away from KOing this thing, so he really just needs to attach energy. Now we wait. Now we wait. I get the feeling that maybe they have just quit and they just turned off their PC. They're mad at the situation that they're in right here. But I don't think that the situation would have been that bad if they played the other Charmander. I'm pretty sure there's a Charmander that deals with this. 1 energy. Gets us through it. All right, and we have the switch here. I'm just going to go ahead and take this KO as well. Take another prize. And what is my opponent's play? 10 cards in their hand. One of those has got to be a supporter, right? Is this a situation where you wish you kind of played Mela? Okay, so they're still here. They're playing Pidgey. You just need energy. You just need energy. You just got to attack this Budew one more time. One more attack on our Budew here. This is where we go ahead and manipulate that poison again. Poison powder. Get ourselves out of there. Avoid the poison damage. Now, if I really wanted to get into Palafin EX myself, I could have gone ahead and just let the poison take out the Budew. But my opponent doesn't seem to have an answer here, so we're just going to keep rolling. Maybe they have a Charmeleon. Charmeleon can be a play that they can use. I wonder if there's playable hands or if they're even thinking. They didn't need to put the Pidgey down. This is the other thing as well. They did not need to put the Pidgey down. I'm going to go ahead and just attach this other energy to this other Finizen while we wait. This is really the Budew MVP game here. This is like the flu game for Michael Jordan. This is Budew's flu game. Budew is just going crazy. And we've been set up since turn 2 to go ahead and swing crazy. We just haven't had the need to yet. Haven't had to really bring out the big guns. What would be unfortunate here is if we did draw our Palafin. That would suck. Oh, I have the Iono, so we can actually just put it back in there. It's not even that bad, actually. We are in a fantastic position here. We just go ahead and keep them locked up. Keep them locked up with Budew. Budew's got the clamps. Next Binding Mochi is here. I'd also guess it matters on how many energies that Charizard is playing nowadays, right? Charizard plays about 6 to 8, I believe. So if they use 2 of them, you got to believe that they drew at least one of them here at this point. Okay, there's one. Call for family, get 2 more Charmanders down. And then from there, the game isn't over. Unfortunately, trying to make this entertaining for everybody involved, they still have an opportunity here. I wonder if there are more energies in their deck. Are they all prized? That would be very unfortunate as well. That could also be an option. Okay, so they have the Mew down. How do they thin out their hand to draw more cards would be the question. All right, so here we're going to go ahead and bring up our Sneasel, just like we did the time before. Bring up the Sneasel. Not retreat. We're going to go ahead and poison. Go ahead and retreat. Stick this Mochi down here. And get the pollen on him. That pollen causes allergic reactions where I'm from. This also can't like entirely be my fault, right? Like if you build a Charizard deck, you have to have an out to Budew. You can't just let Budew end your entire run here, especially Budew backed up with Poison Brute Bonnet. Maybe they didn't see that one coming. Maybe they thought they'd be on 7 turn clocks instead of like, what am I doing? 30 damage, like 3 or 4 turn clocks. They're calling for family again, so they didn't find the energy that they needed, and that's just unfortunate. But they get down the... What is this? And what is it doing in their deck? Relore? Is that thing turned into Rabska? Is that what that does? I'll just take 10 more here. And a turn KO. Oh, the Rabska. Oh, the Relore can't. The Relore actually can't because it needs a grass energy. So unless he's playing a grass energy, this does not get him out of the situation. If he played a Budew of his own, that Budew could have gotten him out of the situation. Even a Vitality Band gets you out of the situation. You attach a Vitality Band, use Blazing Destruction, hit for 10 damage, turns into 20 with weakness. That gets you out of the situation. All right, they're setting it up. They just need to recover 1 fire energy. And the question is, can they do that? All right. Well, here we go. We're going to set up the poison one more time. Does this just end the game? I have to applaud my opponent. They are not giving up. Shout outs to them. They're sticking this out. They're 1 energy away from really just busting this whole game open. Unfortunately, when they do attach that next energy, we just go full Palafin combo and then KO their only attacker. We can even go ahead and use the Weavile combo to get the Mew, and that will end the game. So by the time they find this next energy, it will unfortunately be too late. But if they do find this next energy, we will be able to show off the Palafin combo. In fact, we're just going to go ahead and show that off here at the end, because what would be the point of the video if you guys came and watched this whole thing just to watch Budew Sneasel smack the piss out of them? So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna Ultra Ball. We're gonna get rid of our Super Rod and a Gravity Mountain. We're gonna go in here, we're gonna grab a Weavile. We are now going to switch, so our Palafin is in the active. We are going to go ahead and use the Weavile here, bumping the Weavile into the active. That will do some trigger. Assaulting Hunt's going to bring up the Mew EX. 0 to Hero is going to bring out our friend Palafin EX. Our rescue board is going to allow us to retreat. Poisoning both parties will allow us to swing for 290 damage, and had they been a stage 2, that extra minus 30 HP puts us at exactly 320, plus an extra tick of poison would be 330 damage. All right, well, if you guys like this deck, go ahead and leave a comment down below. If you guys did not find the gameplay to be thoroughly exciting but stuck yourself around anyway, go ahead and leave a swim team in the comment section below. Let me know that you watched this all the way to the end. And if you have any critiques, suggestions, hate comments, go ahead and leave those down there as well. I enjoy seeing every comment that you guys have to do. Go ahead and leave a like and share this with somebody that likes Pokemon. Maybe they don't like my voice, maybe they do. If you want to go ahead and get some games against me, leave a comment down below as well. I'd love to do like an open challenge or something if you are another content creator. Until next time, my name is Jonas Rex of the 1912 Titanic Swim Team, signing out.